strength in my being. There's no strength in a world that is cruel and demeaning. Strength in my veins, strength in my heart, strength in my ties to a past falling apart. The strength in my core, the strength in my being. There's no strength in a world that is cruel and demeaning. Now this is a chapter of life without laughter. It's like what I'm after is peaceful disaster. To capture a thought like a thundercloud cap. But to be your own man is to be your own master. Now laugh if you like at the ways of our lives, days of our lives, but we blazing alive. It stays in my eyes and it lays in my mind. How you play with white lies while you dying inside. We all slipping through time like the wind in the skies. You think pimping is fine, well you wasting your life, wasting your mind while its temperature climbs and your conscience has warned you a million times. Humanity's climb, you can leave me behind. Cause when you look to that future, that's all that you'll find. Now if a man is blind, is he free from his sins? True freedom within, but no price on his skin. When will it all end? When will it all stop? Divided we fall, but united we rock. The rock is the strength of that soul on the top, but divided we remain individually lost. Strength in my veins, strength in my heart, strength in my ties to a past falling apart. That strength in my core, that strength in my being. There's no strength in a world that is cruel and demeaning. Strength in my veins, strength in my heart, strength in my ties to a past falling apart. That strength in my core, that strength in my being. There's no strength in a world that is cruel and demeaning. There's no strength in a soul that is lost and not believing. And there's too many men giving up on this life and its meaning. But it's cool, right? As long as that pinky finger keeps on blinging. Now take that to the grave with you when you no longer breathing. There's too many kids in the street that's out they need a feeding. There's too many emergency rooms full of the rooms that's still bleeding. There's too many devils running around today, they all deceiving. And not enough young minds are still clear and fully dreaming. There's too many corporations out there scheming for the green. And too many people believe in them, that's the American dream. There's too many fiends clouding the veins with them pointed needles. And there's too many of these fiends being supported by their peoples. There's too much pain and anger, you know it all will turn to murder. There's too many grown men that swear they didn't mean to hurt her. There's too many meth labs only there to support addiction. And there's way too many men and women that's locked up in our prisons. Now listen, all of you, because this message coming clear. There's too many of you out there now pretending that you can't hear. The fear and hate have got to stop you losing in this life. You running out the time to free your mind and clear your sight. Strength in my veins, strength in my heart, strength in my ties to a past falling apart. That strength in my core, that strength in my being. There's no strength in a world that is cruel and demeaning. Strength in my veins, strength in my heart, strength in my ties to a past falling apart. That strength in my core, that strength in my being. There's no strength in a world that is cruel and demeaning. Strength is the power that crushes men like white lightning. And strength is the power that keeps my pencil sharp and writing. Strength is the power of the riots we inciting. And strength is the power in the struggle we all fighting. Strength is the heat in the brain of mental flames igniting. And strength is the knowledge for the use the government's hiding. I give thanks for the strengths that were given to me. Give birth where the worth of a man's soul is measured through the pain and hurt. The scars of 1,000 lives survive because of the mental training. Synapse, the key, the mental composite explaining the training it takes to keep this world spinning on her axis. A question you ask that nobody knows, so why do you even ask this? But the fact that you asked showed you concerned about this world, and like that main and this, it's the knowledge you seek to girl. The strength is in the answer that we all seek in this life, but the question is the fact of keeping these men standing the fight. Now alleviate the mental tension that's possible to achieve. There's too many people living this life that's faking in what they believe, but the real fight is deep within. There's too many of us dying before we know the answer to life. Now nobody's living and flying. Strength in my veins, strength in my heart, strength in my ties to a past falling apart. That strength in my core, that